When you realize that 80% of your financial success comes from your mindset, you change your mindset. If that leaves you scratching your head trying to figure out how that could be, well, it comes down to having an abundance mindset. So today I want to go over 8 different ways of thinking that will help you have an abundant mindset so that it will increase your odds of becoming rich, because who doesn't want to become rich? So the first mindset shift that you need to have is believing you are worthy. If you don't believe that you are worthy of being rich or being a millionaire, then it will never happen. So you have to make it your new priority to start training your brain to believe you are worthy of being rich, because you are. The second mindset shift is believing it's possible, because if you don't believe that you are worthy and you don't believe that it is possible, then you're never going to make it happen. You will constantly block yourself from even having the opportunity to become rich and wealthy and abundant because of the negative mindset, which leads me into number 3, which is appreciating what you already have or having gratitude. When you go ahead and you focus on what you already have, for instance, when I take a shower, and say I'm having a stressful money day because life had been triggering me with the finances on that particular day, I need to reset immediately so that I don't let that spiral and start being the energy pool of a poor energy person pool versus a wealthy energy person pool. So I'll be in the shower and I will literally be feeling the water running on my body. And I will be thinking to myself, I am so grateful I have a shower. I am so grateful that I have this water. I'm so grateful I have clean water. I am so grateful that I have a water heater to make my water hot because I love a hot shower. I am so thankful for this hot shower. I am so thankful for the soap that I have to clean my body. I love being able to get clean. I am so grateful. And just literally doing that, like I can already feel the energy running through my body, just making me feel like a higher vibe. So appreciating what you already have, because even if it is just a shower that you have at home that you are able to at least keep the water running and the heat going to make that water warm, that could be another person's dream to just be able to have that. So just embodying how grateful you are for that, it shifts your energy and really gets you going. So you can do that with anything. You can do that with something that you're drinking. You can do that with the clothes that you're putting on your body. Like I said, I really love doing that in the shower because I love a good hot shower. The fourth thing is being happy for rich people. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, but rich people annoy me or trigger me. And that's just because you're still in that poor man mentality where you're viewing things the wrong way. You have to start embodying the gratitude of the rich person so that it can be a mirror back to yourself. So anytime I see someone that has like a beautiful house on the beach, instead of me being jealous, I'm like, wow, that is so amazing. If they can afford to have that, so can I. Or if you see someone driving your dream car and you just think it's far-fetched, instead of thinking that, you should see that car and be like, I am so grateful I'm seeing that car. I'm happy that they could afford it to show me that I could afford it, because they're no different than me. They're human just like I'm a human, so I can afford it too. The fifth thing is using affirmations or vision boards, because that is how you're really going to start embodying the energy of imagination and seeing yourself in that dream car, in that dream home, and having all that money in your bank account or stacked up in your closet. However, you'll keep your money when you become rich. And actually, drop a comment below. Are you going to keep all your money in the bank? Are you going to put like a safe in your house, like a banks have, like a big safe room where you put all your money in? Let's fantasize, people. How are you going to store that money that you're going to get? If you need help with a money affirmation, like I know for me, bills used to trigger me really bad. And so instead of allowing that to be a trigger, I will always say, I always have more than enough money. I always have more than enough money to pay my bills. I always have more than enough. I always have more than enough. I always have more than enough money. I always have more than enough money for all my bills. Another thing I like to say is somehow, some way, all my bills get paid. Somehow, some way, all my bills get paid. That's just my go-to affirmations when it comes to money. So all my bills get paid somehow, some way. I always have more than enough money to pay my bills. So the sixth mindset shift that you're going to make is having a love for money. So many of us just have like negative thoughts about money because we might not have had enough. Obviously, if you're watching this video, at some point, I feel like most of us watching this always feels like we just don't have enough, and then money, you know, is the root of all evil, and money's bad because it makes you feel bad, or at least you're perceiving that it's making you feel bad, but really that's just the way you're perceiving it and not what's really happening. So you have to start learning to love money. That means being grateful for any money that you do have, being grateful for money coming in, you know, fantasizing about having all this money and how good it's going to feel just to have the freedom. Because for me, money is just having financial freedom to where my time is mine and I don't have to spend my time doing things I don't want to make money to pay for the stuff that I want or need. So creating love vibes for the money. So number 7 is being happy paying your bills. I kind of already touched on that. So when you go to pay your bills, even if you don't have enough money or you had just enough for that bill and now you're kind of feeling bitter about it, what I like to do instead, like if I'm writing the check for my mortgage or whatever, I'm just like, I am so grateful I have enough money for this mortgage. Or when I'm going to get gas, I am so grateful that I have enough money to get this gas in my car. It is such a wonderful value exchange for me to be able to get this gas and pay for it, to put it in my car, and then my car can move and drive me around. Or like if I'm paying for my, rent for your apartment or whatever, I am so grateful that I have enough money to pay to live here, because that is a wonderful value exchange, because it gives me somewhere safe to live and I feel good here. And and if you don't like where you live, and it's a stepping stone that I know that if I could afford to live here, at some point I could afford to live in my fantasy home. So just having gratitude to be able to pay your bills. And then if you're having trouble paying your bills, like a lot of us are in 2023, then shifting that to, those money affirmations. I always have more than enough, somehow, some way, all my bills get paid. And just trusting the process that everything will work out for the higher good, somehow, some way. And then the 8th and final mindset money shift that you should make is committing to being rich. So committing to the last 7 things that I just listed off, and actually committing to the discipline of, okay, I want to be rich. I plan to be rich. I can be rich. So I am going to start practicing feeling rich. I'm going to start practicing embodying rich vibes. I'm going to start practicing hanging out with rich people and choosing to be around money and choosing to be around people that I aspire to be like, or choosing to watch people on YouTube that have a lot of money and that you aspire to be like, embodying your environment in that energy of what you want to be like. And then you can attract that back, because life is such a mirror and life is a projection. So keeping in mind that whatever I am radiating out of this mind, these thoughts of mine out, is what's going to project back in, because that's how energy works. And I said this in my last video, and I'll say it here. If you want more information on that, I really love a video I'll link in the description box. It was the Gateway Process. The Y-Files did it. It was such a good video on the topic of basically how your thoughts are very holographic and how your thoughts can create. It's awesome. So definitely check that out after this video, because I think when you see science around some of these topics that seem quite magical, it just helps to strengthen your belief. And when you strengthen your belief, it strengthens the ability to create. So take these 8 things into consideration, start implementing them into your day-to-day life. And I wish you all the riches and success that you want in any way that you want. So With that being said, if you're new here and you're feeling my vibe, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.